Success can be about being lucky or about working hard. That's because life is tough. Here, some of us are the beneficiaries of some unknown advantages which are pushing us to success. The biggest tree in a forest is not the most hardworking one, instead, it is the most blessed one. It had the luck of not being cut by any woodman, to be the most exposed to the sun, to be planted on a very hard soil, and the list can go on. Those are some advantages which Warren Buffett in 1997 called them Ovarian Lottery. Some of us can be the winners of the Ovarian Lottery. No one can tell me that being born in America is not better than being born in Afghanistan, but we can't choose this. This is the moment when we can speak about hard working, about that hustle a lot of people is speaking about on YouTube. A pure example of hustle is the story of Project 523. In 1969, during the Vietnam War, a Chinese scientist named Tu Yo-Yo was appointed the head of a secret research group in Beijing. The unit was known only by its code name, Project 523. Tu began her work by looking for clues anywhere she could find them. She read manuals about old folk remedies. She searched through ancient texts that were hundreds or thousands of years old. She traveled to remote regions in search of plants that might contain the cure she was looking for. After months of work, her team had collected over 600 plants and created a list of almost 2,000 possible remedies. Slowly, Tu narrowed the list of potential medications down to 380 and tested them one by one on lab mice. Hundreds of tests were run. Most of them yielded nothing, but one test, an extract from a sweet wormwood plant known as Qinghao, seemed promising. The only problem was that this extract will not always be successful as a cure. You wanna know what Tu did? She started to do all the work again because she thought that she might have skipped something on her way. Then, magically, she stumbled on a single sentence in the Handbook of Prescriptions for Emergencies, an ancient Chinese text written over 1,500 years ago. The issue was heat. If the temperature was too high during the extraction process, the active ingredient in the sweet wormwood plant would be destroyed. Tu redesigned the experiment using solvents with a lower boiling point, and finally she had an anti-malarial medication that worked 100% of the time. Anyway, the story goes on with Tu not being able to give the cure to everyone because of the secrecy of the project, but we'll stop at this point. Tu has no postgraduate degree, no research experience abroad, and no membership in any of the Chinese national academies. Tu was a really hard worker. With this story in our head, we see that hard working can drive us to success, but that's gonna take time and effort. Look at your life as a graph. Success is measured on the y-axis, time is measured on the x-axis, and when you are born, the ball you pluck out of Ovarian Lottery determines the y-intercept. Those who are born lucky start higher on the graph. Those who are born into tougher circumstances start lower. Here's the key: you can control only the slope of your success, not your initial position.